Well, in a place we call home, our special series of reports where we learn about all these places, wonderful places here in the Suncoast. We're learning more tonight about Sneed Island.
Which I have not experienced before, but Bob seems to really be enjoying it. The water, getting out in the kayaks, Bob, and a nice day to do all of that.
Yeah, I got to tell you, fish jumping behind me. We just had a roseate spoonbill fly by. We saw an osprey just dive for some fish here. There's a lot going on here at Sneed Island. Now, there's not a lot of businesses. The Bradenton Yacht Club is actually on Sneed Island, also a boat storage location, but it's mainly residential, and there's not a lot of residents here. However, there's a lot of great times to walk through some of the trails, and Charlie Huntsicker, who's in charge of the natural resources of Manatee County as well as the parks, we talked about the water and the kayaking and the boat launch and everything else, but there's a lot of trails.
That's right. We have about 2.5 miles of trails, some of them shaded, some of them open. Very safe, apart from the cars, separated. You're not having to interact with anybody. You're on a good trail and a good experience here.
And it's comfortable. I mean, it's relaxing, I guess you would say.
Yes, that's what it is. We've laid it out that way as a preserve, just to get the heart and mind and body together on a place like this.
Now, if you didn't hear, we talked earlier about a 8-story condominium that was going to be built here, but the Manatee County and Charlie decided, hey, you know what, we need to buy that so that we can have this and keep it the way it is naturally. Now, you can see a large mound behind us. It looks like an Indian mound, but it's not.
No, it's actually in the ruins of that abandoned 8-story condo. And the scale of it is about 1/8 of the scale of the real Indian mound, which is about 1.5 miles back down the road.
So you can actually come here and see an Indian mound who's actually bigger than that?
That's right. That in the surrounding village. It's one of the largest along Tampa Bay.
I'll say, yeah, that's pretty good size there. So a lot of people come out here each and every year and enjoy this fine island. I think more and more people will now that it's discovered.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah.
Although it's a gym for everybody, there's plenty of room. You know, it's a lot of places, ample parking on a weekday, weekends. It's a good place to hang out.
And you can launch a boat. Now, I never knew that. You can launch a boat right from here. They got a nice sand, gradual sand relief here. So it's not a big boat launch, but a regular boat launch.
That's right. And we have a good ranger corps here, too. The people are taking care of the place, working for Manatee County and working for you and the residents, and making sure the place is safe, clean, and a good place to visit.
Charlie Huntsicker, appreciate it very much for coming out and talking to us.
Much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
I'll tell you, the weather couldn't be better either out here. We are out there in the water. I was doing a little fishing in between shows. Didn't catch anything. I'm going to try here in a little bit, too, before the 7 o'clock shows. Here's what's happening. This is a photo that we had, a viewer photo showing, that was my shot that I just sent in. A nice shot looking out toward the Sunshine Skyway Bridge here. And this, again, toward the other direction. And I tell you, the water is pretty calm. Seas running less than 2 feet. And it looks like it'll stay that way through the night. But we will start to see the winds and seas pick up a little bit tomorrow morning. Anna Maria, which is also just across the river here, so to speak. You can see it from here, and a beautiful day there with clear skies and calm conditions all up and down the Suncoast as high pressure continues to hold on just to the east of the state. Now, this high pressure ridge is going to stay anchored there, and that means we're going to see more of an east to southeasterly wind flow. It will keep that rain that you see to the west well to the west of us. That front will fade away. There's a slight chance for showers coming late Friday, but it's only at 20%. Currently at the airport, it's 81, sunshine, the dew point 58, and the humidity 45%. We have a west wind at 9, and the pressure has been coming up. And the high today below average, and so is the low. 83 the official high at the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport. The actual low 61 and 94 the record. The rainfall, none to report today. We had all that rain last Wednesday, and now no rain in sight really for the most part over the next 7 days. Temperatures in the low to mid 80s now. Right along the coast, it's nice with that sea breeze. Temperatures into the mid 70s to upper 70s now in places like Bradenton Beach, Cortez. It's 78 in Venice Gardens. Still pretty warm though inland areas. 86 at Lake Placid and Sebring at 86, 83 in Punta Gorda. Lows tonight will be into the mid 60s to upper 60s, so a little bit warmer than the past few nights, but still pretty nice start as the humidity will stay relatively low to start things off tomorrow. And then we'll see a gradual increase in that, too, as we progress through time. Wind flow will be generally out of the west-northwest tonight, then switch around to a southeasterly direction, and then more of a southwesterly direction later on in the afternoon on Tuesday. And seas will be building somewhat up to around 2 feet, so not too bad boating weather. If you want to bring your kayak out here, should not be a problem. And again, the west coast sea breeze developing later on in the day. Futurecast showing that high pressure holding everything off for the most part, not a big issue as far as it goes for us. The boating forecast looks looks to be pretty good. As I said, southeast winds turn to the southwest, a moderate chop. Seas running right around 2 feet. The water temperature now at 79 degrees, and the UV index staying high. And as far as the overall forecast tides go, the low tide will be at 10:48 and sunset at 8:06. Tonight's forecast mostly fair and low temperature upper 60s. And as far as the extended forecast goes, we are calling for gorgeous weather right through this week. As I mentioned, a 20% chance for a shower or two, and temperatures into the mid to upper 80s, lows in the low 70s. I got to tell you, it was an absolutely outstanding weekend, wasn't it? With that lower humidity, well, that will start to come back a little bit this week, but still, all in all, a pretty good place that we call home right here. Back to you guys.
Looks like a wonderful place we're all going to have to check out for sure. Thank you, Bob, for showing us.
Great place for family outings for sure.